Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been given on December 13th, 2022 by the City Clerk in the following manner. Posting written notice on the official bulletin board in the lobby of City Hall, providing written notice to the offices of the Daily Journal and the Press of Atlantic City, and filing written notice in the office of the City Clerk of the City of Vineland.
This one before?
We have minutes first.
Oh, sorry. Chair entertains a motion that the 2023 minutes of the pre-meeting conference and the regular meeting of August 22nd, the special meeting of August 31st, and the work session of September 5th be approved as submitted.
So move.
I second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli?
Yes.
Mr. Vargas? Dr. Arthur?
Yes, thank you.
Dr. Arthur and members of council, it's my understanding that we have a brief report from the Vineland Police Department for their accreditation, and we'll do that first.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Harry Delgado. I'm the Director of Accreditation Programs for the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police. But what is important is that I come here to recognize your police department. Your police department has actually achieved reaccreditation for the third time. Just to add context to that achievement, I should tell you that about 54% of the agencies that would be eligible to apply for accreditation in the state of New Jersey are accredited. When you consider those that made it twice, that percentage drops to about 32%. When you consider those that are done it 3 times, it falls down to a very exclusive group of less than 19% of agencies in the state of New Jersey. So that shows the longevity of the Vineland Police Department and the commitment to adhering to best practices both at the state and national level. So if you indulge me for 2 minutes, I'd like to share with you the achievement. So the Vineland Police Department, once again, has maintained a commitment to adhering to best practices at the state and national level in a highly regarded statewide law enforcement accreditation program. This program, administered to the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission, has helped to transparently demonstrate the professionalism and preparedness of state law enforcement agencies. This program is purposefully designed to enhance professionalism and transparency in the state's public safety system. During these uniquely challenging times and the threat to health and safety, encouraging law enforcement agencies to follow standardized practices and policies is potentially life-saving and cost-effective investment of time and resources. Accreditation gives an agency a preparedness plan and a verification of excellence. Accreditation status represents a significant professional achievement. As I mentioned before, your department falls in an elite group of less than 90% in the state of New Jersey. Now, briefly, accreditation is a process. It's a very rigorous process. In the state of New Jersey, there's 112 standards, many of which require multiple proofs of compliance. So your police department has managed to achieve that 3 times already. It is a progressive and time-proven way of helping law enforcement agencies to calculate and improve their own performances. It is clear that agencies that are accredited improve their delivery of police services to their community. It also forges a relationship with the community where it actually perform based on the community needs. As a former command officer, I can tell you that many times we thought, for a long time, we thought that we could tell the community exactly, what they needed until we asked them. And so accreditation actually addresses those issues. And I was talking to the chief before. So municipalities that actually belong to a male-affiliated JIF, as yours do, stand to receive some substantial insurance premiums or discounts of some sort when the police department attain accreditation. Because research shows that accredited agents have 11% fewer liability claims. They have 18% fewer worker compensation claims and 31% fewer auto liability claims, so certainly deserving of insurance discounts. Now, in closing, there's a report that is generated after the 3 years, which is basically of the cycle that they have to maintain their accreditation and comply with the standards. And I'll just paraphrase some of what was said in the report. Under the leadership of Chief Pedro Casiano, the Vineland Police Department demonstrates a high level of competence, leadership, and professionalism. The Vineland Police Department strives to be proactive in maintaining adequate staffing levels, seeking to increase the number of special law enforcement officers Class 1 and Class 2. In an effort to keep officers on the street and participating in high-visibility neighborhoods, the agency will be researching and exploring an online reporting system. So it is the opinion of the assessment team, which I certainly concur with, that the Vineland Police Department is a highly professional and committed agency which exemplifies all of the tenets of law enforcement accreditation at the state and national level. So therefore, it is indeed my honor here tonight, representing the New Jersey State Association of Chiefs of Police and the New Jersey Law Enforcement Commission, to congratulate Chief Pedro Casiano, Accreditation Manager SLEO 2 Anthony Murtis, the members of the Vineland Police Department, the Mayor, Council President, the Council, and those citizens that they so proudly serve for achieving accreditation for a third time, joining a very exclusive group of law enforcement that make this commitment to excellence in policing. So to all, indeed, congratulations.
Thank you.
My pleasure, sir.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't want to take up too much of everybody's time, and I know it's very, very valuable. But I just want to say that, we try to put in practice what we preach all the time, and that's the commitment and service that we give to our community on a day in and day out basis. We want the community to understand that it's not a community that we serve, it's a community that we are part of. We are part of this community. I live in Vineland. Most of us that are law enforcement officers here live in Vineland. We deeply rooted in this community, and we deeply care about this community because we are the community, just like you guys are all a part of this police agency. So we're going to keep on. We're not perfect. We know that, but we're going to keep plugging along. Accreditation status is something that is just something that we do. It's very time-consuming, very costly, but it's something that we can do to show our community that we are trying our best to operate at the best standards that any police agency in this state can operate at, to provide the best services to the community that we live in. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your night.
Thank you. And at this time, we also have in our audience Miss Tri-City. We'd like for her to come up and give us a few words about her platform. Please state your name.
Hi, my name is Madison Mano, and I'm Miss Tri-City 2023. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for having me tonight. So my platform, it's raising awareness for homocystinuria, and it's a genetic disease that I have. So my whole platform is based around my disease, and I want to kind of share my story. My brother was originally born with it, and we didn't find out later until he was like about 5 years old that he actually had the disease, and it affected him in the long run with learning disabilities, and he also had his eye lenses actually detached when he was about 8 years old. So it affected him medically and physically, and just it affected him a lot. And then I was born, and because I was born later on in life, they had me tested as soon as I was born, so they were able to find out sooner than they were with my brother, and it hasn't affected me as much as it did to my brother, and I'm very thankful for that. So my platform is just to share with people that it's okay to have something that's constantly feels like it's holding you back. You're still able to achieve so much, and if you really put your mind into everything. I really want to make a difference in people's lives. My story, I have something wrong with me, and I I actually started pageants this year, and my first pageant, I saw all these girls, and they were so passionate about, all different kinds of things, like people with heart diseases or people going through mental illness. And I was like, wow, this is a perfect opportunity to share my story with other people and tell them, it's okay to be different, because everyone has something going on in their life, but they don't let it get to them, and they just keep striving through, and it's okay to be different.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, and congratulations for your... Have a proclamation for you, but it will be sent to you later on. We need the mayor to sign off on that as well. All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. And all the best to you.
Public comment provides an opportunity for members of the public to inform the governing body about their views. The governing body prescribes to City Council's bylaws and the New Jersey statutes on open public meetings when engaging during public comment. As such, each individual shall have a 5-minute time limit to comment, cannot yield time to another individual, may only approach the podium once during public comment for any one topic. Vulgar or offensive language is prohibited, and City Council will not engage in dialogue with the public during this time. The governing body maintains model courtesy and respect and requires members of the public to do the same.
And at this time, is there anyone in the public who wishes to be heard? Please step to the mic and state your name.
Thank you, Madam Chair and Councilmen and city administrators for giving me the opportunity to voice my opinion about the coverage we're getting and traffic concerns in our neighborhood. I delivered a petition this afternoon. Oh, I'm sorry. Thomas Price, 1380 South Spring Road, right here in East Vineland. We delivered a petition today that was signed by over 100 families and was discussed earlier, and I want to reiterate more on that. This petition was signed by over 100 families. Some of these families are afraid to even let their children use the front door of their homes. These families are losing sleep, and their children are losing sleep due to the raucous conditions we're being subject to. The elderly I spoke with, they're afraid to pull out of their driveways. This petition was signed by members of the FOP, the philanthropist in our, that's known to our society, veterans, taxpayers, city employees, teachers, a principal, doctor, and people that along all walks of life. Not only does this affect families that live there, but it also affects the pedestrians. There's been a change in the neighborhood. There are more young people and more people using the sidewalks and going to the park in the area. I reside right at the corner of Spring and Magnolia, and I bear witness to most of this. And some of the people walking on the sidewalk I spoke to, and they signed the petition. We have vehicles that run through the area with no front license plates. There are 3 of them in particular. They have noisy mufflers, aftermarket things, and some of the vehicles today, they're able to turn up, tuners they call it, I think, on their mufflers, and it's ridiculous. We're really asking council to provide for the mobilization of the Vineland City Police Department to help out our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Price. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard? Please step to the mic, please. State your name and address.
Yeah, my name is Gary Hampton. I live on 150 West Grand Avenue in South Vineland. I was here a month ago pleading for your help for the South Vineland Park. I was told I was going to get some response from someone, but I never heard anything. So What can we do to stop the music in the South Vineland Park? I can't seem to get any help from you folks. I came in here. The Vineland Police Department is no help. I call them. It's a 3-hour wait. We have no one to go there. So they tell me they have no help. So maybe we can cut out some of the budget for the fire trucks, for the chrome, the ambulances for the chrome, maybe the $80,000 and $90,000 city vehicles that people are riding around in that don't need them, and maybe we could put some more police on the force so we have someone that can go out there. Now, 3 weeks ago, after waiting 3 hours, I get 2 policemen come to my house at 8 o'clock in the evening after calling for 3 hours, and I get a response of, "I'm sorry, Mr. Hampton, we can't do anything because they have a permit from the mayor to have this party in the park till 10 o'clock in the evening. We can't do anything." I really don't understand. Maybe you guys can tell me what the answer is. Maybe I can invite you over to my house when the music is playing, and you can come over and hang out, and you can listen to the boom boom music that comes across the lake that vibrates the windows of my house. Maybe you want to come hang out. I'll invite you. Give me your number. I'll call you. You can come any night when they're playing. And then you can sit with me when I call the police department 6, 7, 8 times, and they tell me, "I'm sorry, but we'll get someone out as soon as possible." That does not happen. 3 hours. Maybe 2 hours if I'm lucky. And then what they do? They drive over there. They tell them to turn it down. They leave. And what do you think happens? So let me ask you this question. Why can't we close down the park at 6 o'clock at night? Can you give me an answer? Somebody? Why can't it be shut down at 6 o'clock in the evening? Why can't we do that? Can anybody tell me why? I got pictures of West Side Park here, and if you want to see it on my phone, it is shut down at 6 o'clock at night. It's closed. You have to get out. They close the gate. Why can't we do that? Why can't someone patrol it? We don't have an officer? Why let that set to the officer? Why can't you go over there and throw them out? Because they're over there drinking beer and smoking pot. Well, what do you mean? Well, go over there. Pull up. You can smell it. Yeah, but we smell it, but we can't do nothing that's legal. You can't do nothing that's legal in the park? You can't look in the trash can and see all the beer cans? You can't look on the lot and look at the alcohol bottles? You can't search nobody for that reason? We have no probable cause. We can't do nothing. So what do we have police for if we can't do nothing? We can't do nothing about them smoking pot in the park. We can't do nothing about them playing loud music in the park. And we can't do nothing about them drinking in the park. And how can the mayor give a permit to have a party in the park? I don't understand. Somebody's got to give me an answer to this in the city of Vineland. And if you can't, no offense, but what are you guys even doing here? What am I doing here? What am I speaking to you for? I know when I speak to the police department, it's a waste. I get nothing. And no offense, but I feel the same thing here. I was here last month. Somebody's going to respond to me. I got no response. So what is this all about? What is it all about coming to a city council meeting to get help? Does maybe one of you guys have an answer? Why here? What am I talking about for? Why am I doing this? You know, I don't know. I just can't believe it. I can't get no help in the city of Vineland. 43 years they're paying tax. I can't get nobody. I can't get any of you people to do anything for me. I can't get somebody to go over there. Last week I was over there. I said, listen, they're over there. I drove to the park myself, taking a chance. Here they are with a 6-foot box, this wide, sitting in the middle of the park, playing music. Can't get nobody to do nothing. I took a chance. I probably could have got shot going over there, but I couldn't stand it no more. I had to go over and try and do something. I got nowheres, but almost probably take a chance to get myself killed, but being stupidity, driving over there, but I can't get nobody else to drive over there. So I don't know. Maybe I can get one of you people to come to my house and take a ride over there and do something. Or maybe one of you officers can call the police and get them to go over there. Can't do it. We don't have enough help. So maybe you can take some of the things out of the budget. We don't need all the chrome on fire trucks. We waste hundreds of thousands of dollars. We waste hundreds of thousands of dollars put chrome and fancy stuff on ambulances. We got hundreds of thousands of dollars in $80,000 and $90,000 city trucks with people just riding around. I see them riding around on Sunday in city vehicles.
Mr.
Wasted
Hampton,
money.
Mr.
It's
Hampton,
all thrown out.
we do have your
Let's-
information. Mr. Hampton, I'm sorry.
My time's up.
Yes,
Yeah,
but we
my
do
time's
have
up.
your information on file. I will call you back.
Maybe you
I
guys
will-
could do
I will
something.
talk, and I will get back to you. We'll talk through the police department, through safety director, and see what we can find out. Thank you for the comments. Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard at this time?
Good evening.
State your name.
My name is Sheena Santiago. I'm a citizen of Vineland. I live in Vineland. I'm the coordinator of events for the city of Vineland, and I'm taking this opportunity to let you know and the public know about our events that we have in our city, and to let you know that we're having our last outdoors movie. We call them Movies Under the Stars, and that's going to be on September 22nd on a Friday, so that the children and the family can attend because they don't go to school on Saturday. And that's going to be at 7 o'clock, and we ask everybody to be there by 6 so they can come and play with the firemen and get their face painted and get their free raffles for the toys that our mayor donates. And we are having another competition that is called the Wine and Chocolate Competition. That's going to be on Sunday, October 8th at 12 p.m. at 619 East Landis Avenue. That's a free event to the public. We're going to have the Columbus Day celebration, which is going to be on Monday, October 9th at 11 a.m. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street Dedication Ceremony, which is going to be on Wednesday, October 11th at 11 o'clock at the Carl Arthur Center. Our annual tree lighting, which is going to be on Friday, December 1st at 5 p.m. on the steps of City Hall. An old-fashioned Christmas horse carriage rides that our councilman's wife, Mr. Paul Spinelli, is putting together with Vineland Downtown Improvement District. And on Friday, December 1st, from 5 to 9, that's going to be. And on Saturday, December 2nd, from 5 to 9 p.m. So come take a ride in a horse carriage for free. That's going to be a beautiful event. I would like to thank all the volunteers because, to be honest with you, we couldn't do it without them. And they're always there helping us, and they never fail. They're there from the beginning of setting up to the time that we close. The City of Vineland IS department for taking care of the electronic area of these events. It takes a lot to put these events together. It's not 1, 2, 3 and go. It's a lot of work, trust me. I would like to thank Mr. Jimmy Neer, the Director of Public Works, and his maintenance team for all of their hard work. They help us set up and they help us take it down. And Jimmy is here. Jimmy, thank you so much for all you do. The people really appreciate it. Mr. Steve Hogg from the electric utility for keeping us lit up, movie nights. Okay. It's my Puerto Rican accent, I can't help it. The recreation department for helping us coordinate part of our events in certain areas. When we need things, we call them, they're there for us. Chief Luigi Tramontana from the fire department and all of the firemen that come out to the events to make movie nights more fun for our children and their family. Oh, you have to come and see it. It's so much fun. There's people from all walks of life, and everybody's so, so, so happy. Very seldom you will see somebody looking at their phone because they're so busy doing so many different things. The Vineland Police Department for keeping all of our events safe. All of the attendees that come to enjoy our great events, because if we don't have the public, we can't hold the events. And the first event, we had approximately 465 people, and after that, we had anywhere from 150 to 275. They're very successful. The families are enjoying it, and they're coming out. They just love it. Sharon Flame for making sure that we're set with trash cans to keep the areas of the events clean. City Council for embracing these great events. Our solicitor, Rick Tonera, for taking time from his busy schedule to review all of the copyright documents, because, you know, if we don't have that, the city will get sued and he'll never allow that. So he makes sure that he called me and said, do you have all your copyrights paperwork in order? And he takes his time to review all of it. And it was a lot, trust me. Our wonderful mayor, Honorable Anthony Fanucci, for his innovative ideas of bringing family fun-free events to the city of Vineland, and for donating all of the prizes that we give out during our free raffles. He does it out of his own pocket, so no expense to the city. Since he has children, so he knows what it's like to make kids happy. So I thank him for helping. And finally, yet importantly, our business administrator, who creates and helps coordinate many of our events, and also him and Sue, the finance director, they always try to do their best to find finances, the ones that are available, to help us have our events, because some of them could be costly. And I am sure that Mr. Dickinson and Sue, they try to do what's right, and to take care of all our events that are done fiscally responsible. So I thought it would be important to thank the people that are behind the scenes that you might not know, but sometimes a little thank you goes a long way. And our children appreciate everything that's done by the city. So I don't like it when people say, oh, why is the city spending so much money for these events? Well, guess what? You might not know why, because you don't assist to these events, but if you were, anybody that criticized these events, if they were to go at least to one, you will see a lot of happy children from all walks of life. Everybody's there, teachers, accountants, lawyers, doctors, rich people, poor people. It's bringing the community together, and it's so, so, so beautiful, so that everyone that's involved in these events, I would like to thank, and also some of the people that already started donating towards making it possible to make the burden of expenses a little easier on the city of Vineland and on your budget. I'm gonna try to make it my business to find 1,000 people that will be willing to donate $1,000, so we can collect $100,000 for donations to the city of Vineland to continue to have the events that we have, and the other ones that Mr. Dickinson is going to come up with, and the mayor and everybody else. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I love my job working for the public of Vineland. Thank you.
Gina, thank you so much.
You.
Is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard at this time? No one else? That closes the public portion of our meeting. Mr. Petrowski?
I have ordinance number 2023-50, ordinance amending ordinance 2017-72 as amended, Chapter 5, Section 5-12 of the Code of the City of Vineland, entitled Division of Planning and Facilities, which is ready for a public hearing.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-50 be taken up for a public hearing and open to the public for discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes. Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard on ordinance number 2023-50 at this time? No one? Chair entertains a motion that the public hearing on ordinance number 2023-50 be closed.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli?
Yes.
Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes. Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-50 be taken up for second and final reading and adopted according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-50, ordinance amending ordinance 2017-72 as amended, Chapter 5, Section 5-12 of the Code of the City of Vineland, entitled Division of Planning and Facilities. This ordinance is adopted.
Mr. Petrowski, please submit ordinance number 2023-50 to the mayor for his approval or disapproval.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I have ordinance number 2023-51, ordinance amending ordinance 2017-73 as amended by ordinance 2020-49 as amended, an ordinance adopting the Energy and Minerals Condemnation Redevelopment Plan consistent with Resolution 6234 of the Planning Board of the City of Vineland, so as to amend the Energy and Minerals Condemnation Redevelopment Plan consistent with Resolution 6591 of the Planning Board, which is ready for public hearing.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-51 be taken up for a public hearing and open to the public for discussion.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli?
Yes.
Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Is there anyone in the audience who wishes to be heard on ordinance number 2023-51? No one? Chair entertains a motion that the public hearing on ordinance number 2023-51 be closed.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Franceschini? Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes. Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-51 be taken up for second and final reading and adopted according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-51, ordinance amending ordinance 2017-73 as amended by ordinance 2020-49 as amended, an ordinance adopting the Energy and Minerals Condemnation Redevelopment Plan consistent with Resolution 6234 of the Planning Board of the City of Vineland so as to amend the Energy and Minerals Condemnation Redevelopment Plan consistent with Resolution 6591 of the Planning Board. This ordinance is adopted.
Mr. Petrowski, please submit ordinance number 2023-51 to the mayor for his approval or disapproval.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I have ordinance number 2023-52, which is ready for a first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-52 be taken up for the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-52, an ordinance to amend and supplement ordinance number 8, which established the classification and compensation plans for the City of Vineland, graduate nurse part-time.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-52 be passed for the first reading and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023 at 6:30 p.m.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur? I have ordinance number 2023-53, which is ready for a public hearing, first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-53 be taken up for the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas? Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-53, an ordinance providing for temporary parking restrictions along a portion of North 4th Street.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-53 be passed for first reading, and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur? Yes. I have ordinance number 2023-54, which is ready for a first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-54 be taken up for the first reading.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-54, an ordinance establishing no passing zones on Palermo Avenue.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-54 be passed for the first reading, and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
I have ordinance number 2023-55, which is ready for a first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-55 be taken up for the first reading.
So move.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-55, an ordinance establishing no passing zones along a portion of Dante Avenue.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-55 be passed for the first reading, and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
I have ordinance number 2023-56, which is ready for a first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-56 be taken up for the first reading.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-56, ordinance authorizing the execution of a contract of sale and other documents necessary for the acquisition of certain property in the city of Vineland known as Block 3020, Lot 7, also known as 633 East Wood Street, for $208,000 to be used for public purposes.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-56 be passed for the first reading, and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
I have ordinance number 2023-57, which is ready for a first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-57 be taken up for the first reading.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2023-57, an ordinance to amend and supplement ordinance number 8, which established the classification and compensation plans for the City of Vineland Deputy Fire Chief.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-57 be passed for the first reading, and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
I have ordinance number 2023-58, which is ready for a first reading.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-58 be taken up for the first reading.
So move.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
2023-58, an ordinance to amend and supplement ordinance number 8, which established the classification and compensation plans for the City of Vineland Fire Chief.
Chair entertains a motion that ordinance number 2023-58 be passed for first reading, and that a public hearing be held on Tuesday, September 26, 2023, at 6:30 p.m.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur? I have resolution number 2023-429, resolution authorizing the issuance of a Class 1 annual cannabis cultivation license to Veterans for Alternative Medicine South Jersey LLC, Warren, Rhode Island, conditioned upon the issuance of an annual license by the State of New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission and the execution of a host community agreement.
Chair entertains a motion that resolution number 2023-429 be adopted according to law.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion?
Yes, I trust that we will not smell skunk from this facility. And I think probably a good idea that these facilities have AEDs as well. Have to put that in Ronnie's law.
Anything else?
That's enough.
Thank you.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
By Resolution 2023-430, resolution authorizing the issuance of a Class 1 annual cannabis cultivation license to Shiv Leela New Jersey LLC, Naperville, Illinois, conditioned upon the issuance of an annual license by the State of New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission and the execution of a host community agreement.
Chair entertains a motion that resolution number 2023-430 be adopted according to law.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Yes. Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
I have Resolution 2023-431, resolution authorizing the issuance of a Class 1 annual cannabis cultivation license to Garden Greens LLC, Vineland, New Jersey, conditioned upon the issuance of an annual license by the State of New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission and the execution of a host community agreement.
Chair entertains a motion that resolution number 2023-431 be adopted according to law.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
Consent agenda begins with 2023-415, a resolution declaring the existence of an emergency requiring drainage replacement on Magnolia Road near Palugi Park and Landis Avenue near Mill Road, and authorizing the payment of bills for said services. 2023-416 is a resolution to authorize the purchasing agent and/or authorized water utility staff to negotiate and recommend award of a contract for decontamination, removal, and disposal of abandoned radium vessels, containers, equipment, and appurtenances. 2023-417 is a resolution authorizing the issuance of a mandatory supplemental change order number 2 to contract number 23-0073 issued to Mathis Construction Company Incorporated, Little Lake Harbor, New Jersey, in the amount of $3,092. 2023-418 is a resolution authorizing the issuance of an mandatory supplemental change order number 1 to contract number 23-0078 issued to Arthur J. Ogren Incorporated, Vineland, New Jersey, in the amount of $150,000. 2023-419 is a resolution exercising option to extend contract C22-0129 issued to Coppers Utility and Industrial Products, Leland, North Carolina, for the furnishing of southern pine poles. 2023-420 is a resolution authorizing award of a contract to Fluke Electronics Corporation Everett, Washington, for the purchase of Fluke Optoline Laser Alignment and Vibe Scanner 2 vibration measurement tools. 2023-421 is a resolution rejecting bids received on August 23, 2023 for pump repair and replacement and well rehabilitation, well number 6, and authorizing the purchasing agent to re-advertise for bids. 2023-422 is a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement by and between Atlantic City Electric Company and the City of Vineland for 0764 Butler Lincoln Transmission Line Project Design and Construction. 2023-423 is a resolution canceling grants, receivable balances, and unencumbered balances of grant appropriation reserves. 2023-424 is a resolution canceling unexpended balances of improvement authorizations. 2023-425 is a resolution providing and authorizing the payment of bills and demands against the City of Vineland. 2023-426 is a resolution approving the membership of the following members to the various fire companies of the Vineland Fire Department. 2023-427 is a resolution authorizing the person-to-person and place-to-place transfer of alcoholic beverage plenary retail consumption license number 0614-33-015-009 from Landis Pig Roast LLC to Grant Hall LLC for premises located at 619 East Landis Avenue, Vineland, New Jersey, effective September 13, 2023. 2023-428 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a grant application for grant funding for the New Jersey Urban Enterprise Zone Authority in the amount not to exceed $305,000 for the Vineland Urban Enterprise Zone 2024 Commercial Corridor Cleaning and Maintenance Project Year 2. I have a petition from residents in the Spring Road and Magnolia Road neighborhood requesting Vineland Police Department assistance in enforcing traffic laws and regulations, and requested that the petition be received, filed, and copied to the Vineland Police Department. And I have the reports of the various departments for the month of July 2023 and request that they be received and filed.
Chair entertains a motion to approve all items on the consent agenda.
So move.
Second.
Is there any discussion by council on this motion? None?
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli? Mr. Vargas?
Yes.
Dr. Arthur?
Yes.
That's all the formal business I have, Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Petrosky.
You're welcome.
At this time, are there any comments from council?
Yes, just want to thank Ms. Tri-City for coming up and telling us her platform, and I wish her all the best in her endeavor. I'd like to thank Mr. Price for just taking the bull by the horns and doing the petition and making us aware. Well, we're already aware, because I think, personally, I think our city, the driving is getting out of control. I think we need to slow down. We need to stop at intersections, even out my way. Out in East Vineland, people think that you don't have to stop, and then we get horrific accidents from it. And please, place a muffler on your car. And school is in, so please be careful with the kids out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Acosta?
Yeah, I want to personally thank Carlos Mercado. I think he's a captain now. He put together an affair yesterday that was rather moving. A friend of mine died that day, and to witness the program yesterday was something special here. This room was full, standing room only, people outside, and Carlos Mercado needs to be commended and recognized for a job well done. Thank you, Carlos.
Councilman Vargas?
Yes, I would also like to thank everyone who participated in Patriot Day yesterday in our ceremony. I also would like to thank Univisol reporter Arnesis Figueroa, who also reported on our ceremony. And finally, I'd like to also thank our city coordinator, who thanked today everyone who, but also deserves to be thanked for all the work that she has done also in a few months that we all have noticed. So thank you, Mrs. Santiago. Thank you. That'll be all.
Mr. Spinelli?
Ditto on Ms. Tri-City. Good luck with your platform and congratulations on winning your first entry into a contest. That's something very special. As Al just said, Sheena does a lot of behind the scenes work to get all these events coordinated, and it's not easy. I'm involved in some of my own events with my wife, and it's hard work, and it's not just, slap it together and you show up. It takes a lot of planning. So, Sheena, thank you. Thanks, Carlos. I could not attend the 9/11 last night. I was doing a Good Samaritan job for somebody that's down and out, and they had a business, and I had to help them out with it. But I did watch some of the stuff that was on Facebook. It was a great crowd. Congratulations for getting that out and publicizing it. I lost a cousin in the first tower, so it's near and dear to me. And we think about him every day. So he was a young man in his 20s when he died, so absolutely awful. And to Mr. Hampton, who he did come, and I don't remember who the person was that was supposed to get back to him. But the parks are open dawn to dusk. Am I correct, Bob? Correct. All right, so night, once it gets dark, they should be out of there. As the winter comes on, naturally that comes earlier and earlier. So hopefully, till 10 o'clock. That's correct. As far as being able to do drugs on public property, I don't know how the law reads. I don't know if you can smoke marijuana in the park. You can't smoke cigarettes.
At all.
You can't smoke there either, and there's no drinking in our park. So I don't know, our police department's pretty good, but just because there's bottles and cans on the ground doesn't mean somebody there was doing it. So you really have to, watch your P's and Q's how you do that, or you just wind up getting a lawsuit. So, but I'm sure they move those guys along. I don't know that our response time is quick enough sometimes. I know we're understaffed constantly between retirements and not getting enough recruits. And not all of them. Pardon me? It's got nothing to do with crew on a fire truck. No, by no means. It has to do with people applying for jobs. I know what you guys are going through because I'm up there every day listening to it. So we are doing our best to recruit and get more people on the force, but we don't want to just take anybody. We want good people, and they weed themselves out generally. So
I know retired corrections. I think he wants to come back to help us out.
yeah, we do know a guy. I don't know. I don't know with his attitude if I want to give him a gun now.
Gone already.
I'm sure he does. All right, with that being said, Bobby, I don't know what we have to do to get back in town and, if we can get some police patrol out there if we know there's an issue. That would be a bonus. I know it's hard, but, we're looking at purchasing box. Yep, exactly, so. Who's closing South Island Park? I have no idea. I don't either, so, but that's something that we gotta look into and. West Side Park, I'm sorry. I don't know that any of our parks actually put the gates down, so.
I know Magnolia, I mean, they play,
Lights are on out
the
there.
lights are on, so.
I know, they come in my window. So, that being said, and Mr. Price as well, I mean, he makes a good point that I think we all know. Witnessed it just firsthand this last week. I stopped at Magnolia and I just watched the guy just blow right through the stop street at Spring. So, they're valid issues. Our police department in my opinion, is second to none. But there's things that, that they don't know because they can't be everywhere. And once we find out there's a problem, hopefully we can rectify it.
Also, I want to say thank you to Ms. Tri-City for her willingness to come forward and communicate with us her platform, as well as thank Carlos also. It was an outstanding program last night with recognition for 9/11, and we shall never forget, because one of our own residents died during that time, and I believe he was a classmate of my oldest son as well. So, Mr. Adams, I know the family a little. Also, thank you, Sheena, for all that you do for the city of Vineland. Miss Events Coordinator Extraordinaire. Thank you for everything. And also, thank you to the community that made the comments about the issues with safety, their concerns. We should be aware of them. And as Paul said, I hope that we can do something about it to remedy the situation. Just looking forward to all the things that are coming up soon. So we're going to be very busy here in the city of Vineland. So thank you, everyone, for your comments. Nothing further. Solicitor, the business administrator, Chair entertains a motion to adjourn the regular meeting.
Second.
Mr. Acosta?
Yes.
Mr. Franceschini?
Yes.
Mr. Spinelli?
Yes.
Mr. Vargas? Dr. Arthur?
Yes, thank you, and have a good night.